They're almost the exact same color. So this one's a little. I was expecting this one to be a lot more. Okay, and then they're all get the gold.
Hello, everybody. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Very good. Hey, Tammy, how are you? Glad you made
Good.
it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to work in the background, but
No problem.
I'll
I'm
listen.
gonna try to record it. If there's anybody who wants to ask me anything private, I'll pause the recording so that it doesn't make it in the recording because some people will ask me to record this. So if that's okay, I'm gonna wait maybe another maybe 4 minutes, 5 minutes before we start, and then we'll go from there. I'm gonna test something out. I put a background so people know, but I want to show my phone. Can you see my phone if I did this? Oh, here, if I did this, you
Yeah,
can
put
see
it
it,
in
right?
front of you.
Okay, I'll do that. Because I think it's blocking out everything that's not a person. Anybody from Canada here? No? I'm gonna turn off my screen so you guys see. Choose background. Setting. So this is my office, if anybody can see. This is my storage. That's the other storage. Back is the fitting room, and then this way is our sales room. This is mostly my own personal collection. Collected a lot of jerseys, so I have a lot of cool jerseys here. Okay, put that back in. All right, if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna wait 2 more minutes and then we're gonna get started. Should log in here.
Yeah, well, I'm taking it out. It was just when we had all of them together, that's like this.
All right, it's 4:01. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I think I'm recording already. Yes, I am. Okay, so um, if anybody has been to this demo before, let me know. But the way I want to do it is I want to go over the first 5-10 minutes on how you're gonna write a work order and how you're gonna write an invoice and take payment. I think those are the most important parts. And we'll take some questions and then we'll go dive deep into pricing and all the other stuff. So I'm just going to go right into it. Hey guys, my name is Mo Elias. I own a couple of frame shops, one in New Jersey, which I'm in right now, and then I own a shop also in New York City. We're actually inside the Chrysler building, and I got 2 write-ups about it in the New York Times. So it was my 15 minutes of fame. I'm going to go ahead and start a demo. Share the screen here. Okay. All right. So the minute you log in, you come in here. So you go to Framing POS, there'll be a login page. You log in, you're gonna put this in here. So I have there's a button here. The minute you log in, this shows you all your incomplete work orders. We have 2 different views here. The compact view, which is basically this way, and if you have we call the sky view, this shows you a lot more. We're adding more stuff here where you can see pictures, frame detail, matte details. You can just scroll through all your pages and then let see everything else that's involved here. Then you can click in. So let's go and create a new work order for now. All right, so I click on create new. The production is really something you're going to use after the customer leaves or after you write up an order. So we're going to keep that closed for now. You can put in a new customer here or research or search for a new customer. Let's put Sheila. Sheila's my friend. She helps me, help customers get all signed up. That's actually her actual real name, her actual real email and phone number, and she will help you get set up. She has an independent business called Strategies for Success, and we'll pay for the first 2 hours for her to help you guys get your pricing set up. We're going to discuss any strategies with her. All right, so what's your description? Let's call it, I don't know, a jersey. Giants logo. All right, let's keep that at, I don't know, 2024. I'm just making stuff up. What's good about, I'll show you what this inflation pricing adjustment is in the second part. So for the framing here, I'm going to put in some numbers I have already. I don't know what these numbers are. Let's put this number, see if that works. You don't need to know a prefix or a suffix, so you don't have to put in, I don't know, a DC or a CD or whatever. You just put in the number of the molding company. And then we're going to show you a number here. We'll show you a picture, and then you can click it and say, okay, this is what I wanted. So the picture is right there. Now, this online status, this is a Bella, perfect. So if you go to Bella, put in this number, they will tell you this is in stock. So we pull it from your account, and we show here if it's in stock or not. This tells you how the pricing works. If you want to stack a molding, let's add another molding here. Let's see what I have. Look at in decor. Oh, CMI, let's pick that. Okay. Now this tells you the next thing, CMI, if they don't provide lifestyle stock status, I can't show you that. There's no information. Down here, this shows you graphically where is the orientation or which one comes first. So your outside frame is the Bella, the inside frame is the decor. Physically, this doesn't make sense right now, but we're just going through an example. We're going to go here in mat boards, and we're going to say, let's put a 2-inch mat board. And let's see what I have highlighted. We can just put a number, 9502. Even for the mats, you don't have to put in the full number. You could put 9502 from Crescent. That's going to work for you. Or if you want to put in Crescent 9547, it's going to work for you too. So you don't have to remember any of that stuff. Reverse bevel, non-reverse bevel. And also you have a graphical interface showing you exactly where the first mat is, the top mat, and the inner mat is. For glazing, you go here. Now, for glazing, I have a list of all the glazing, but you can select which one enable in your shop. So I'll show you that in the second part. Here, right now for testing, we just put a couple of different glasses. And you can choose which is default, which is, let's say, this guy for now, but you can have whatever glass is your default. This will be all your backing, all the other stuff here. And down here, this will be your print lab. If your shop does printing, I'll show you how to set that up also in the second half. We're going to move up here. This shows you the final size of the glass, obviously, of the glazing. And if somebody goes in, measures it properly, and they want to save it, you can say size confirmed. This is going to show up everywhere, and you're going to know, hey, somebody checked this physically and said this is the right size. So that, they're going to cut it confidently. You're going to come in, put your quantity. I want 5 frames, whatever, right? And then this will show you show calculation. This shows you how each mat board, each glass, each frame was calculated based on your formulas. And you can enable or disable this for you to see, for your manager to see, for your employee to see, or nobody sees except you as the store administration page based on your user roles. This tells you the molding total, mat board total, glazing total, everything else. Those are your dry mounts, wires, and all that. And this is your total for the print lab. Here I have a couple of cool shops and things here. I'll explain those in the second half. We have something called inflation price adjustment. Let's say your rent goes up 5%, your electricity goes up 3%, something else goes 7%, and you just want a straight up 5% increase of your pricing every year, let's say January 10th. You put that in, and every year this just gets added. But if you don't want it, you can come in here and you can delete it. If you want to add miscellaneous stuff, you can add that here. I don't know, rush, 10%, whatever. And we also have something else called the peak pricing. The peak pricing will be separate here, and I'll show you how that works. Peak pricing is, hey, I want to charge 10% more between November 1st and January 15th because I'm very busy. So based on the due date, the peak pricing will show up here. It's not enabled in this account, but I'll show you how to do it in a second set. You can put discounts in dollar or percent, add that here, the tax exempt or not. And if you want a price override, you say, okay, this was, what was it, 1,100. Hey, I negotiated $1,175 with this guy to make it an even number. And that becomes your price override. Pinned is when I want to pin this number. And then I can make any changes in here. This will not change because this would be because I already pinned it. So that means everything I do here after that do not change. After customer leaves, you go, oh, wait a second, I made a mistake. This is 20 and a quarter. You put that number in as a fraction or as decimal. This is not going to change because customer already committed to this and left. You go to priority. We have 3 different priorities: normal, low, high. This is based if your shop is busy and you have 6 jobs for the day. Your employees are going to see, okay, this is a priority job. Let's get that done first. This is normal and this is not low. This is low. So in color, we do just like a street sign light, traffic light. Red is your priority, orange is your normal, and low is your green. So you would start with the red when you come in. You have different statuses: quoting complete, hold complete, and then you can put your due date here. Oh, I did have peak pricing on this. Okay, we'll show that in setting. There you go. So depending on when I put the due date, it says apply peak pricing adjustment. The due date falls within the peak pricing period. Would you like to apply 10% peak pricing? If you said yes, you go back here, it shows you the peak pricing. Now, if I change my due date, I don't know what period I set this up for yesterday when I did the demo. Let's put it, I don't know, November 26th. Let's remove the peak pricing. There you go. So this isn't within that period, so there will be no peak pricing. So now I saved my work order. It's going to bring it back here. But if I chose to stay within my work order, I can just add it directly to an invoice or to a quote. So I'm going to add this to an invoice. And if Sheila had a previous invoice, I can add it to it, or I can add it to a brand new invoice. It's going to take a minute. All right, so there you go. So this is your New York Giants with the logo, with the balance would be and all that stuff. And here you can say, okay, let's do delivery or whatever. You can add additional items to this invoice right here. Let's say, I don't know, 25 bucks. And then if you look here, this tells you what your total work orders were, what your miscellaneous stuff that I just added were, and this would be your tax. And if I did this as a tax exempt, your tax is removed. Purchase order here, your sales reps here, and those are in settings. And how did they find your Google Ads, Instagram Boost, whatever else you want to put in? All this stuff is set up in settings. In payments, you can select whatever payment you want. All these are enabled or disabled. So if your shop only takes, I don't know, Visa, MasterCard, and that's it, you can just select to show just that. I have two direct integrations with Square. My shop uses Square. So this is the Square terminal I use. Let me see if I can do this like I did before. There you go. All right. So this is the Square terminal that I use in my shop. And the way that works, I click on Square terminal and I put in the amount they want to pay. Let's say they want to pay that. If I clicked on send, my Square terminal here is going to light up with the exact amount. So I don't have to do double entry. The customer swipes their card. Once the payment is successful, comes back here and marks it as, I don't know, this guy paid with MasterCard and the amount and the date. The next thing is Square Invoice. Square Invoice is a little different than Square Terminal. Let's say somebody comes in, they select a job and it's for the office and the office manager wants to pay and they say, oh, send me an invoice. So you come in here, you create Square Invoice, put the amount you want to send, and then if you hit send, it's going to create a URL and then it's going to send an email directly to this email address that I have here. And then it will have a link and pay. If you have Square Terminal or Square Invoice, these are useful. But if you have other stuff, you just go and say, okay, I got paid with Discover and I got paid, I don't know, $1,000. Update. Now we do keep, confirm. We keep a list of exactly what times you created a work order, what time you created an invoice. It tells you September 26th at 4:09 p.m. you created an invoice. You took a payment at this date. What you could do, I don't have the report yet, you could do and say, okay, how busy was my shop last 30 days? And we can tell you on Tuesdays at 4 o'clock, you had 10 customers. At 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you had nobody the last 90 days. Then you can plan your settings. You can plan on when we should be. So this would save your data. But once I have the report ready, then you know, okay, we get a bunch of payments on this day. So maybe I should have a couple of people free, or we write up a bunch of work orders on Saturdays, like our shop does. Then you're going to say, okay, let me have an extra person on Saturdays there. This is how you write an invoice and a work order. You can print your work order here, invoice here, sorry. So you can show your discount on the invoice, or you don't have to, and you can say to the member. And this is useful because you say print work orders along with it. So if you have an invoice that has, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 work orders, you have to go to each one and print it. This will print the invoice first. It'll be printing all the 15 work orders along with it. So if you said yes, we'll do that. I'm going to do this. You'll get the invoice. And the next page is going to be your work order. Because this only had a single work order, you would have just a page. Now, this work order here tells you everything that's happening on the order. Work order number, total amount of work order, invoice number 1056, contains one work order. If this contains 50 work orders, it's going to say contains 50 work orders. Taken by, I don't know if I selected somebody, but this tells you when it was taken and taken by. This tells you the mat boards. You got 2-inch reveal. This was reverse bevel. We show you a picture of what the frame would look like. How many feet per frame? It says 9.5 per. You need 47.5 feet total. Your glazing is here. And if you selected location and condition, I forgot to go over that. Actually, I'm going to go back and show you. This gives you the other information you need. These barcodes are cool. The barcodes work on your phone. So our shop is our store number actually is a phone number. So I would take the phone and then go ahead and select and scan this. And it's going to open up exactly to the work order page over there. Again, excuse me 1 second. I'm sorry. I think I got a customer. So sorry. 1 second. Hello.
I have an item here that has been framed.
What's the name?
The last name is Durkee. Durkee, S-T-U-R.
S-T-U-R.
Sturkey.
Oh, Carl?
Yeah.
Okay, got it here. I got it right here, son.
All right. Of course. Very good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Good, I've already, paid.
You're all set,
That's
sir?
right, I mean, that, says.
Yeah, if there's a balance, there'll be a big note that says there's a balance on the room.
Okay, well, good. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you. Actually,
Have a good day.
you too, sir. Thanks. Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right, so sorry. All right, I'm back here. So this would be your work order. If you look, there's a barcode that opens the work order on your phone, and there's a barcode that opens that texts this customer. So on my phone, I could come in, scan this number, and I don't have to type in the number for the customer, which is here. It would type automatically for me, and then I'll just say, hey, look, I have your order ready, come pick it up. Um, oh, I think this ends the first part of the demo. Does anybody have any questions? I don't see any questions. Go ahead, Heather. Speak up.
Hey,
I
how's it
don't know if
going?
Hi.
Maybe first of all, this is very cool. Thank you for hosting us. And again, maybe I should ask my questions at the end, but um, yeah, I'm trying to just with the visuals of the invoices and the work orders,
Yeah.
and I guess just in general, um, is there some level of kind of editing that's possible, like on the back end?
On your end, no.
Okay.
But if you come up with a design that you specifically like, we could most likely do it for you.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah, say, hey, I want this over there. We can convert that for you, and then we'll have a separate format. So right now in the setting page, we have a selection of which invoice format to use,
Okay,
but we
great.
only have a single format. So you cannot change it, but we'll be happy to add different formats for anybody who wants it differently.
And I have to admit, I kind of watched a video beforehand too, and
Sure.
I developed a few questions, but do you guys ever like take this information and can export it to like labels or art ID tags for as artworks traveling in the shop?
I think I saw you ask that question before. I don't know
Oh,
what an art ID tag is. So our database is based on Amazon Web Services, and our front end is based on WordPress. So we can really export to anything.
okay,
If
awesome.
you give me a specific way of needing something done, and you describe it like exactly how you want it, I can do it. Right now, am I still sharing my screen?
It sounds like a lot of the stuff is like, you're being flexible and nice, and maybe if there's
Yeah.
particular needs, we can talk to you about that
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
you can help us figure out how
We
that
so
would be.
we have two ways of doing this. One, if somebody wants it and it's so like so unique that we're like, oh, nobody else is going to use it, we'll say, hey, look, we'll do it for you. It costs you this much.
Okay,
But if you come up with something that everybody's like, oh, this is great, we want it, we'll just make that part of feature and you don't have to pay for it.
very cool.
Yeah,
I would be happy to pay for it.
yeah.
And then one last question. Do you know if you'll offer any integration services with like previous databases?
We
Like,
can convert from any other database
wow. Okay.
as long as it has a print button.
Okay.
And as long as you have access to it. So if software is working and it lets print button and it has to have to be a Windows or a Mac service. So if there's some people who have DOS, we can't do that for you, but otherwise we'll be happy to do it for you.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Those were my main questions. Maybe I'll email you later with
Yeah,
additional
sure.
ones.
Sure. And we're planning on holding short ones every couple of days and one long one with the whole demo. So people can come in and can just join up and ask questions. And I can show you quickly how it's done.
Awesome.
Can
Anybody
I
else?
ask? Yes, I have a question.
Yeah.
Can you add a picture of the customer's work onto
Yeah.
the work order?
I have something really cool to show you. Am I
Oh,
still sharing
good.
my screen?
Yes, you are still sharing the screen.
Perfect. Okay, so let's go to, all right, close this guy. Let's go to, okay, I want to click on this work order in the invoice. All right, now remember when we wrote a work order, we said there's a production section. So you click on this. Now in the production section, you have 5 customizable uh, columns. You can name them whatever you want. You can give them whatever values you want, and you can set a default value for them. We'll talk about those in a second. But how you do your upload files, we integrate 2 ways. One using uploading, so I would just go here, and then I'm going to upload picture. And we give you unlimited picture storage, so you can upload whatever pictures you want up to here, and you can just upload more stuff. So I'm going to click here. All right, so now I uploaded 2 pictures. I get to see them. I can click it. I can see it larger. I haven't saved yet, so I'm not going to hit it. But I can tell you I want this to be my default. Once I set this as default and I hit update, The printed work order is going to include the default picture, but I know I have more pictures and those I can view back on the screen. Right? So now I can see it bigger. I know exactly, and we give you unlimited storage and it's all saved on our database. The other cool way is we're very mobile centric, and we started doing this during COVID and it really worked out for us. We have Google Photo integration. So I will show you that later in setting, but the Google Photo integration is, I don't know why, but I get unlimited Google Photo storage. Maybe you guys do too. I don't know. So with this, I have my iPhone and I have the Google app. We have we have 4 phones at different stations, and all of it are made so it uploads directly to Google Photos all the time. And those are pictures, videos. We are not able to show you videos right now, but we do take video instructions. I want the shadow box. I want this here, this here. It takes us 3 minutes of description instead of writing 15 paragraphs, and it works out for us really well. But the photo integration works this way. So I go here. Now I enabled Google Photo integration. Oh, let's do this. Actually, I did this the other day and it came out nice. So Cheryl, I'm gonna take your picture if that's all right. I'm gonna go get that work order. See. Okay, log in here. Okay, so now I'm going to go to Google Photos. I got to do it this way because of this here. The Google Photos app is a free app provided by Google. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say backup. It's going to back up all my pictures. Backup now. All right, if you can see that picture got uploaded, but all our phones for our store account, they're all set up so they back up automatically. So as soon as I take a picture, it's already in my interface. Now, if I switch my screen, I go here. It's going to take about a second. There you go. This is the picture I took from our screen right now. Now, I go here and say, okay, within Framing POS, integrated with Google Photos, it's going to open a new window. Let me close that window first. Now you can add it from your phone or you can add it from this interface. Click here, open a new window. Oh, come on, I screwed something up. Hang on. All right, it's not doing it. I'm just going to add it from my phone here. And it's going to open Google Photos and add it. Oh, sure, it's not working. It's not working, but it works. Just about an hour ago, I used it in the shop. You would upload pictures here. It would open the Google Photos app here. And then there'd be a check mark next to it. Oh, maybe this would work. Select. Or something's going wrong here. But I can select how many photos I want to add. And then there's a button here. It would take me back here. And then it would show in here. So you can add videos and so on. We're not able to display the video here, but we'll be able to do that soon. So you have a big instructions how to do a job. You click on this, and you're going to see exactly how you need to do the job in the video description. So you can add unlimited photos using either Google Photos, which we like, or you can just upload it to our server directly.
Excellent. Can I ask another follow-up question
Of
on
course.
that? What about through Wizard? Can it integrate and you can open up Wizard Designer and
You're the first
create
person
that?
to ask me about this. I have good relationship with Wizard, so I can get in touch with them and find out what they allow to integrate. But we'll be happy to do it. If people ask for it, we'll be happy to do it. I just I don't use the integration. I have a Wizard 9000. I just don't use whatever integration with the other software is. But like, what do you do?
If I have a multi-opening, for instance,
Oh, so you go
that
to
I use
Wizard
Google to
Design and it's going to bring it
calculate,
back?
or I use
Huh.
Wizard to calculate the final size and all of that good stuff.
Huh. Oh,
You know?
we have somebody from Wizard. Fawn is here. Yeah, Fawn, I'm going to email you later. I want to know what's possible so we can do the hookup. Sean, I'll be happy to do it. I think it'd be cool to have.
Okay.
Okay. What else?
As long as we're on the topic of integrations,
Yeah.
when we're making work orders, we'll jot it down on a worksheet and then we'll use Slack and we'll have like an incoming channel where we'll kind of consolidate all the photos. And
Yeah,
then from there, I'll build the work orders later, which maybe is arcane and could be updated. But
yeah.
do you see any integrations with like either Slack or the invoicing that you were showing looked awesome? Would that ever integrate with QuickBooks? Maybe not immediately, but like down the
You're the
road or
second person to ask me about the QuickBook part.
okay.
They want just the work order done here, and they want every invoice to be controlled through QuickBooks, which we can handle for them. But that'll be a custom solution. So this
Sure,
way,
that's okay.
the invoice will be grayed out, and every time you invoice, it opens up in QuickBooks, and we can do a two-way connection. So if you make an adjustment, we'll show it here because
Oh,
if I'm on
awesome.
the work order page here, I see all my information here. You see? So, you can give a store nickname if you're managing more than one shop, gives you the invoice number, and gives you the balance. So when you locate it, you just go and find it. And if there's more than one work order, you click here. So you can see, okay, this invoice has 16 pieces. Let's just find all their locations. We can definitely do that. So instead of having an invoice here, this is going to say invoice on QB or QuickBooks. Click it, new chat.
Awesome.
So we could definitely do that. You're the second person to ask about that. As far as Slack goes, I don't know how to use Slack. So if you teach
That's
me how to
okay.
do it and tell me how you want it to work, we'll do it.
Okay.
If you, I'm going
It's
to
kind of a
show,
messaging system that we'll talk amongst our team, but it's also nice because you can start like very specific groups of types of conversations. So, again, it's just been an easy way to get the data consolidated and on a screen, but I'd be open to different, maybe that
if you
works
show
well
me
for our
how
team.
you like it done, and they allow integration. I know Slack is a big thing, so I'm sure they allow integration. We'll be happy to do it for you. I'll
Awesome.
show you what we have right now. So this is our current integration. We integrated Gmail, so you can send directly emails from
Very
your
cool.
own account. That's going to show in your outbox once you do it. We integrated Google Calendar. So Google Calendar is going to show you all your jobs on the Google Calendar, so you don't have to go to Framing POS. You can put, our plan is to put a nice iPad in the back. Everybody sees exactly what jobs. Once you click on Google Calendar, it's going to open that particular work order. Like I showed you, Google Photos, we have integration. Square payment, we have integration. We also show you work orders on Outlook Calendar. We also have constant content integration. This is cool. Once you make a connection to this and choose a mailing list, every day at the end of the day, we see, okay, how many new emails we've got here, and we just push it to constant contact. So when you create a campaign, you don't have to download anything, upload anything. You already have the freshest set of emails in your constant contact, and you can just email your customer. We like integration. This whole thing is based on WordPress, and
Cool.
WordPress can integrate with almost anything. So we'll be happy to do integrations as long as a couple of conditions. If a lot of people want it, we'll do it for free. But if just Heather says, "Hey man, I want Slack," you
I
gotta
would I
pay.
would happily pay for custom integrations because that seems like it would take a long time and be really technical. So gladly,
Yeah,
if it's
sure.
possible. Okay.
Yep, I got a comment from Fawn. She's with Wizard. We're interested in potential integration with Frame Shop 7. I'll look perfect. Perfect, Fawn. I'm going to get in touch with you very soon. Thank you. All right. Any other questions?
I have a question about your phone system.
Yeah.
Did you get rid of a landline in
Yeah.
favor of?
Yeah. During COVID, so my cell phone is actually the 212 number. So this is a store cell phone, and then this. So, I joke with my friends when they see me. I've got two phones, right? I say, well, this is for my girlfriend, this is for my wife. This is actually my personal number. This is my business number.
Frame shop.
Yeah, Frame Shop. Yeah. And it's awesome. I text customers. Now it's set to turn off at 6 o'clock, and it turns back on at 8 o'clock. It
Oh,
puts it on
he's ready to go about it. No, are you calling for the Red Wing shop?
say what?
I think someone maybe picked up the
Oh,
phone.
you want the
Yeah.
Liefeld shop?
I understand. Okay, no
Oh,
problem.
there.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Okay, excellent.
I tell you one more thing. It's actually cheaper because I put on my payment on my family plan, and I think it's $25 a month. Yeah, yeah.
I've kept the landline. I don't know. I'm just old school, but maybe it's time to change.
I don't know. I mean, I like it. We did this in COVID because we had no choice. We couldn't be in the store, but we were still getting orders, and people wanted to talk to us. I'm like, come on, let's go. Let's just get it done. Yeah.
I just use my private cell phone and they see my name when it comes up.
It gets annoying.
Yeah, I'd like them to be able to see my business name.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You guys have any other questions?
Yeah, I have
I
a
feel,
question.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have, I have a scanner.
Chris, I can't hear it too well. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me okay?
Just speak up a little bit if you don't mind.
Um, do you have the ability to scan barcodes
Yeah,
or
so yeah, our
just the
database,
QR code? And do they print the barcodes on the invoices and work orders or just the QR code?
I'm going to try to unpack this and then answer this one at a time if I could. So if I went to a work order and I want to create a work order, you go to a molding ID or you put the UPC code, right? So somebody like Larson and Roma and Omega that would have the barcode, then you can scan that right in here, if that makes sense. The same thing with the mat board. You can put a mat ID or UPC code. So you can enter your information. If your mat board sample, if your molding sample has a UPC code, you can scan that there. As far as printing goes, tell me the use case for printing a barcode on a work order or an invoice, and if it's interesting or something that usable, we'll be happy to integrate it. Uh-huh.
So that is, one of my receipts. So when the customer comes in,
Yeah.
I just scan this, it brings up their invoice, and I proceed to accept payment and go from there.
So you're not a molding receipt, like an invoice receipt, right?
Both.
So what's the invoice number, for example? Could it be 1056 like this?
Yes.
Yeah. So you just put your cursor here, and let's pick something, 1035. So what do you want? You want an automation where the barcode goes this way and does this, but instead of you waiting to click on this, you want that automatically clicked and opened, correct?
Yeah.
Well, we can do that. That's simple. We already have that built in. You just want to save that extra couple of clicks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. We could do that. Actually, I'm recording this, so I'll make a list of what things people want. That shouldn't be a big deal at all.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, Sharon?
The integration and stuff. Can I use this on both a desktop computer and also on an iPad?
Yes, I cut a black mat so I can show my phone on it. So hang on. Yeah. Okay, so the same work order I have open there, let me see. I'm just gonna turn this off because this is what's,
So maybe phone, iPad, and desktop.
you can use it on any device you want. I just background effect, hold on, none. All right, we're not so fancy anymore, but it's gonna work, okay? So here's my phone, right? And that's the same work order that I was working on before, right? And then I can print from here. I can change anything I want here. We have a landscape mode, and it's going to adjust differently. I don't know if this should show properly there. So you can do most of your work here, except for your settings, except for your integrations, except for your price changes, which you're not going to touch every single day. But writing an order, writing a work order, an invoice, and all that stuff, you can do it from any mobile device.
If I'm at a party
Yeah.
and my friend says, how much would it cost if I did such and such?
Yeah.
Could I pull out my phone
You could.
and oh, that's nice.
That's the party I
get
don't
that
want
a
to go to,
lot.
man. I don't want to do business with a party.
I know, but people think I have these prices memorized in my head.
You could, yes. As long as you have internet, you could.
Excellent.
Yep.
Excellent.
Any other
Okay.
questions?
Cost.
I feel like,
Oh, go ahead, Heather. I'm
I was
sorry.
gonna say, I feel like I should send an email because I'm hogging the questions. But
Go ahead. We'll take another 5 minutes and we'll move on to the second part.
okay. When I'm making a work order, like often, 8-ply mat, 4-ply mat underneath, maybe a piece of blue board, and then a strainer. When you're entering those information in the work order, is
Yeah.
it always going to assume you're stacking these things out? Is there a way to calculate dimensions if we're going up and down?
We don't calculate dimensions up and down. We only
Okay.
calculate dimensions, call it horizontally, I guess. You know, frame
Yeah.
wise, we don't calculate depth. We don't calculate depth.
Sure. Like, not that I need you to calculate it for me, but will it mess up the sizes? Like, if I'm adding in a top mat and a bottom mat, like, will it, when it's calculating the frame opening size, is it going to add like the width of my strainer to the dimension of the?
The strainer, yes, I actually need to fix that. So
Okay.
if you are going to add a strainer, it will add the width of the strainer. So we have to maybe put a box, hey, this is a strainer, remove it. Do not add it.
Okay.
For as far as the mats go, let me go to the setting page. And we'll just go to the settings page after here. So the mat reveal, we have two ways, right? So you have additive or subtractive. So the additive means if I added a 2-inch mat, and then I added a 1/4-inch mat and added another 1/4-inch mat, my total border margin will be 2.5. And this is the increments you choose. Some people 3/16, 1/4. My subtractive is if I said my margin is 4 inches, and I said I have 3 mats, my first one is, I don't know, 2, and then I start decreasing. It's going to start with a 4 and it's going to decreasing. So here you can select your margins here. Kind of related to your question. I'm not sure if I answered it properly, but once you set it up here, as long as you're adding just mat boards, the size is calculated properly. If you're adding a strainer right now, we will actually add it. I didn't think of that question or that scenario, but yes, it will add to your size and you have to adjust it. But I can easily just add a check mark and you have to say, hey, this is a strainer. Do not add to my size.
Or I guess if it's a back mat and there's like no window in it, is there a way to?
Actually, we can add it to a mat board too. Then we'll just put hey, do not add this. Do not use for size calculation box.
Something
maybe?
like that. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Sure.
cool.
Yeah. Okay.
And along the same lines, if you have a floater frame,
Yeah.
can you put in what the gap is? And
I
then
I don't have that. I have several people ask me that question and other questions, and I think a nice floater frame adaptation is in the works. I
Good.
just have to think how it works because it's very important to put all that in. Is it side size? Is it outside size? So we can definitely put that in. Some other people also asked me the other day about mirror frames, right? Almost everybody who orders a mirror, they never want the mirror size, right? They say, I want it 40/60, almost always outside. So they want me to put that. And then it says, hey, if it's a mirror, go back. Those are simple things we can definitely add. And I think I find those to be very useful. So it'll be stuff that I can add with no extra charge.
Excellent.
All right. If there are no more questions, I'm going to go to the second part of this demo. That's going to be the more in-depth stuff. So we're just going to go to settings. You've got your taxes, and all these taxes are cumulative. So we have state and local. They add up to 8 1/4. So I think 8 7/8.
45% local tax.
So this would be your additive, and you just add all the different ones if you want to show that. This here, if you want to say show discontinued moldings and show discontinued mat boards, when you sell it, it will show it to you. This was, some people asked for it because they said, hey, look, if I have, 5 boxes of molding that lost and discontinued, I want to be able to sell it. So this allows you to do that if you keep it here. But you have to be careful to remember that, hey, I enabled this stuff, so not everything is showing is available. This is the peak setting price that I showed you before. It says raise prices between these periods by 10%. I don't know why it says January, but it should really be realistically, I don't know, October. And I'm going to put that by January 5. So anybody who wants to pick up between these two periods, they're going to pay an extra 10%. And then if they want to do it later, they're not going to pay that. So this will show automatically for you. Inflation pricing is what we discussed before. We keep track of when you added the inflation pricing, and then you can say, okay, I wanted a steady increase every year by 2, 3, 5% on this time of the year, and this will do it for you automatically. Here you decide if you want to show price calculations at all, and then you want to see it just you, or you want to make sure the employee and manager see it. You don't have to do any of that if you don't want to. This comes with a warning. If you're not sure of your pricing and you're like, well, we need some guidance, you're going to come and click on this. We publish certain formulas that we think people could use. So if you hit that, that would bring you to our standards. Any custom pricing you have set up, it's not going to change. Only the default pricing will change. So this way, at least you have some kind of guidance. They can move it up and down as you want. The other stuff is simple stuff here. This is you choose your country, your unit measure, your currency, time zone. If you manage more than one store and you want to easily see the same document, but with some color coding, you select your color codes here, and then you give it a nickname. So it's going to show on your work orders and invoices on your screens. And you can show it for work orders, invoices, printed invoices, or just on paper, not on screen. Invoice payment options, you can say, look, I just want to take Discover, okay? So you could just do that, delete all this, and then in your drop down, it's just going to show whatever, right? So if you choose just that, and then obviously your default will be Discover. Mostly, if you have a retail shop, you want to do Square Terminal. If you're integrated with Square, just like that. And as soon as somebody's an invoice, they're going to see Square Terminal. Here, you can add as many sales reps you want to keep track of. How do you find us? Yahoo, Google, Instagram. This is Element. I'm going to come back to this in just a second. Heather, you asked about a format of the invoices and the work orders. We are working on something, but we just didn't think this was a priority yet. So this would be invoice format 1, 2, 3, and then you can select it, and that'll be your default.
That's very cool. And again, it sounds like if you're flexible
Yeah.
and you're willing to pay for customizations, that we could work something out.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's really cool.
Thank you. You can put a disclaimer here. Hey, we're not responsible if you leave it for 30 days or something. You can add that here. So these are your custom column names in the production tab. And I just put a couple of simple stuff here. You can give it new options, maybe. And then default could be maybe. So you can have a bunch of options, different names. You have 5 custom columns here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we call it Tom setting. No way, do it. We have a list of all the different work order conditions. This stuff is stuff that I just added. So I said came in a tube, bad shape, smells bad, right? If I went to a work order, all that is going to show together. So you can use the basic ones that I went to the framers only group and I said, hey, what kind of art conditions do you want to see? And people came up with a bunch of lists. So this shows everything, including the new ones you added in your setting. So smells bad has, did it say smell bad? Has a terrible smell. There. So you can select that. So you can select the pre-written ones, or you can select a couple of things that you added on there. Let's go back to setting. What else do we have here? All right. This stuff is self-explanatory. You upload your logo. We just uploaded something here. Put your company name. You can put your email, phone, store hours, open, closed, purchasing. So purchasing here, right now, our purchase order system adds. So our purchase order system is live. We just found a bug this morning we're fixing. As soon as you write a work order and you invoice it, that item goes to a purchase order. The data in the purchase order is live. So when I have something in a work order, let's say a decor 8411, 16 by 20, that's going to be a live number in my purchase order system as long as it got invoiced. If I change the size of it, the purchase order thing will change the size of it until I go ahead and say, okay, now close this purchase order or send it to the vendor. Once I do that, now that becomes static. No matter what you do in the work order, it's not going to change the purchase order because after the email to the vendor, you're not allowed to change it basically unless you make a call and do whatever you need to do. So in the purchasing part here, every vendor is defaulted as their own distributor. For example, if you buy from Larson, Larson is your defaulted distributor. If you buy from Crescent, if they don't sell directly to you, if you don't have the relationship, you're buying from Decor, Larson International, you have to come in here and then add your distributor, and you're going to say, okay, Decor is my distributor, and then I'm going to show you the vendors how you're going to add Decor as a distributor for Crescent mat boards, for example. Put your account number here, their email, and then you send it. And if you do inactive, you're not buying from the distributor anymore, so we're not going to add it for you. We do have something called a pick list and a buy list. We couldn't finish it in time for this demo, and we need to fix it, but it's going to be very cool. You're going to have everything you sold. It's going to be on your phone. I have this mat. I don't have this mat. I don't have glass. I don't have Optium. I don't have museum glass, or I have it. And that will quickly add with pictures. It's going to go to the buy list, and then you add that to your purchase order. But this we're going to try to do it next year because I don't like how it turned out. So now everything in a work order that's been invoiced gets added to a purchase order directly. Let's see what else we have. All right, this is your user level. Our price is $30 a month. We plan to add $5 a month to our monthly fee every July 1st. So if you're paying $30 today, everybody's going to pay $30 today, obviously. July 1st, your bill is going to become $35 a month. That gives you up to 5 users. And when you go here, you're going to see how many users you got. This shows you 4 users available because me as a shop admin, I'm user A, I'm user admin, and then you have manager and employee. And these are the rights of all the different users. The manager cannot see your product, and I'll show you what that is, and they cannot change your settings. Your employee, they cannot change your product, they cannot see reports, they cannot see settings. And then you just come in here, add a user, and change their settings as you want. Let me see, there. And you can see, okay, I want this person to be manager or employee. So that's that. We went through integration. Let's go over it. You can send email through Gmail. You can see all your work orders in Google Calendar, integrated Google Photo if you want to use that. Square, we're a Square shop, so we integrate with Square first. But if there's a payment system that you guys like and they allow integration, maybe some of the bigger banks, Bank of America, all these, we'll be happy to add it for you as long as there's enough need or you're willing to pay for it. We can show you work orders in Outlook Calendar, and we have integration with Constant Contact. This syncs every day. I don't know what time. I think we have it set up so at the end of your day, a few hours later, we'll add it. So this way, we stagger the connection to Constant Contact so they don't consider us spamming their servers. So anyway, you come in the morning, all your emails that you were added the day before will be already in Constant Contact. Orders, invoices, purchase orders, product. Oh, let's go to products. All right, let's go to moldings. What am I doing here? Molding. Oh, there. Maybe I can pause for a second if there are any questions. I don't see any questions. Perfect. Okay, so we'll go to moldings. All right, so moldings, you have several tabs. The first one is your directory. We try to give you images of a vendor if there is one. If there's no image, we're just not going to show it. Roma, Larson, they have really nice images. So let's show you a Roma one, for example. All right, so here's a floater frame. You can see different views of all the different floater frame for this one. And this shows you livestock status. And this just pulls from your account. So if you use, so we use a New Jersey account. Actually, Roma shows you all the warehouses. I think Larson shows account specific. So we show you here what's going on, pricing and all that stuff, barcode. And house product is something you stock in house. So anything in directory, excuse me one second. So anything in directory, we keep track of. We tell you what the price changed. We keep track of pictures and all that. But if you have a house product, that means you bought something stock and you want to keep track of yourself, will be stuff here. So I added some house products here. And then you can add your own UPC code as long as UPC code is unique. It doesn't interfere with another item. We'll let you save it. Otherwise, we're not going to say, look, you can't save this here. So you have to come up with your own specific number. Pricing. Our pricing is very simple. The default one is going to have a star to it, and it does say you cannot change this or delete it. So this is the one that changes when you go to setting and click on sync with recommended pricing. So if I click on this, you're going to see it's very self-explanatory, very easy. You set your range, you set your minimum price, you set price. The set price is actually Jay Gold's idea. So he says, add $8 for cutting whatever. So you can add that here. And then you can also come in and change your set price based on the cost of the chop. So you could have a set price of $5 for everything, plus another $10 for stuff that costs more than $20 a foot, right? So you can do that. It's very, very easy to use. And right above that, we tell you exactly how the pricing works in plain English. So you can read it, understand it, and see what's going on. This tells you which vendors are attached to this price list. And you can also specify, if you don't want to specify the whole vendor to this price, except one of the items, you can do that, and you can specify that in the item level. So you can do this on a granular level if you want. Let's see, we move this guy up. Okay, vendors. If you sold close corner frames, this would be something cool for you to do here. So let's say AMCI is a close corner frame distributor, manufacturer, sorry. So I can say I want to buy AMCI from the core, but obviously that's not true. So I'm going to just keep that as itself. And then we're going to say, okay, apply whatever pricing I want here. We have something very cool set up here. This estimates your close corner frame cost. The first thing you got to do is you're going to say, tell me, hey, AMCI is a close corner frame maker. And then you put in their zip code. And then you're going to say, you're going to have a conversation with your rep or somebody, and you're going to say, okay, they want to charge a $50 base to make a crate, and they want a minimum of $75 for shipping. What we will do, we'll take the frame size that you made. So you go to your work order. Let's do one. Work order. New work order. I don't know. Okay. So I'm going to say this is my 16 by 20. Do I have an AMCI number here? Oh. Just open this guy. AMCI. All right, I'm going to put in this number. All right. Once I put this AMCI number here, okay. The way this is going to work, if UPS cooperated, we're going to find out what the outside dimension is, right? So this is your glass dimension. And we're going to take, where is this? They don't give me this number. So if they give us the frame width was 2 inches, we're going to take the 16 plus 4, the 20 plus 4, that becomes 2024. And generally, we want to add 4-inch more of cushioning. So if your frame was 2024, 2420 will be outside measurement, plus another 4 inches for your cushioning, and then 4 inches for the width. We take the vendor's, where is it? We take the vendor's zip code, and we take your zip code, and we send the dimension, and we came up with a very cool formula to calculate what the density of the box would be. And we will send them this information. And then based on all this criteria, UPS is going to come back and say, okay, to ship this box, I'm going to charge you $100, right? Then we're going to come back here. We're going to say, okay, they're going to charge $50 for the base. So now UPS wants 50. Your cost would be $150. If UPS came back and said, oh, we're going to charge you $10, we're going to say, wait, 50 plus 10 is 60, but they wanted 75 minimum. Then we will add this for you on your work order and say, look, your close corner frame cost will be $75. And then you're going to tell your customer, I don't know, you're selling close corner frame on a Sunday. AMCI is not going to pick up the phone. You'd have a very, very close estimate of what the stuff will be. Product matboard. Matboard is very much similar the same way. We have some pictures from some vendors or pictures from most vendors who provide it. I think Crescent, oh, yeah, there you go. So they would provide some pictures. So you would see that in the work order if you click that. House pricing, the same thing. House product, if you have some mat boards that you stock and they're discontinued by the manufacturer. Pricing is again self-explanatory. Our default pricing is always undeletable. So you can come in and click it. And if you say, hey, I like how this looks, but I want to make some minor changes, you come here and hit clone. You clone it and then come in and say, okay, I want this to be $3.99 or whatever you want it to be. You can assign manufacturers to the price. And you can also assign individual items on a granular level. Vendors, same idea. You would come in and select your distributor for Arctic if you want, but Arctic is always Larson. And if you said, oh, I can buy Arctic from the core, you select that. Glazing. Right. Remember when I went to write up a work order, I only had these two available because I didn't enable the rest of them. So I can enable Optium Museum, sorry. And let's say Museum Glass. I remove one of these guys and I want Optium to be my default. There you go. This gets saved. So now if I went to a work order, only these 4 glass types will show on my work order page. Create new. Oh, it's gonna want me to put a size first. Now, just the 4 is enabled and Optium was my default. If I had entered my other information, this would have showed as my default glass. And there you go with that. If your store does, everything else is basically all your fitting, your foam board. We keep track of all the main big foam board stuff. So Cool Tack, Mount Core, we keep track of exactly what Larson charges. Oh, actually for glass too. We keep track of the distributors who are selling glass. You come in and say, I buy my glass from Larson. And then we'll price it for you based on Larson's current pricing. So if you haven't updated your point of sale since 10, 15 years and you're using the old pricing, you're not going to worry about it here because we're pricing it based on the latest price that Larson or Omega or any of your distributors who have public websites or login websites, because we also have a frame shop, we go and grab that for you. As long as you don't make it a house product, those we don't keep track for you, you will charge based on all this product, you will charge based on the latest pricing. And then you can come in and make a change how you're going to price them yourself here. You know, if a mat board costs me $5, so I want to charge 20, you make all the changes here. But your base price for the cost of the mat board, for mount board, glass is already pulled in from your distributor. If your shop does printing, we have a very cool printing system. And this is kind of made like Microsoft Excel. You add a header, a subheader, and then items. We let you set it in 2 ways. We let you charge by piece or charge by square inch. So you can say, you can label this whatever you want. This could be even laser, right? So I can come in and say, add a subheader laser engraving if you have laser engravers. And then you add a subheader here, wood stuff. And then I can add an item. I don't know, poster engraving. All right, I'm gonna charge you $15 if you want to give me a coaster to engrave, right? So if I'm in the work order now, I go back, create a new one. Where's the coaster? There you go. And then if I put one, oops, sorry. It'll be $15 because that was based on piece. But if I were to say, where is it? Printing, okay, I'm gonna print on canvas with stretching is 30 cents a foot, a square inch. I'm gonna say, okay, I need one of these. I want a 16 by 20. And then this will be $96. If I move up in my totals, I'm gonna see my print lab stuff was $111. So the print lab basically is an Excel sheet that helps you organize how you want to charge for pricing. Oh, there was one more thing I forgot to do, the elements part. If I went to setting, well, elements is a cool idea. I got this from Harry Gaston. So I named the first one Harry Gaston. So Harry has, I think, 4 shops in Massachusetts, and his idea was, hey, listen, man, my shop sells plexiglass boxes, and I have a formula for it. And every time they calculate a price, I have to tell them, hey, okay, this box costs this much. I want to charge $1,500. So he said, why don't we publish this? And we call this Elements, and we'll call this Harry Gaston's acrylic boxes. And he said, you know, let's say take the wholesale cost plus the shipping cost and add another, I don't know, $5, right? So let me save this here. Now, this is called an element. So if I go work order, I go new work order, right here in the work order, I can add an element. So if I went here, it's going to ask me, first of all, which formula I want. And I would change that to Harry's acrylic box. And you can see the detail here. I don't have to remember this anymore. I just put in. So I'm going to say museum, Optium, acrylic box, 36 by 20 by 5. All right, wholesale cost was $1,800, and they said they're going to charge us $100. Now, this tells me take the wholesale times 2 plus the cost of shipping plus another 50, oh, plus another 5. So I'm going to hit apply. Okay, well, this is what we're going to charge wholesale. I'm going to save that. And now this gets added here for me. I don't have to call Harry and say, look, what do you want me to charge this customer for this job? So that's the elements. I think this ends my second part, and I am open for more questions. Go ahead.
Sorry.
It's all right. Go ahead.
Can you do price code tables that are based off sizes? So, for instance, with glazing right now, we have it that like up to a certain size, we're going to put this multiplier on it plus the
Yeah.
set price. And then once we get to 4060, we'll have different multiplier and a bigger set price. And I guess also kind of based off of the Jay Goltz
Yep.
methodology. Oh,
Yep.
okay, great.
So up to this part, up to that part, times 3. And all this stuff is very self-explanatory. You just read it in plain English. I want to be able to see it, understand exactly what's happening. And even in the work order, I showed you how this was priced, how this was calculated. You will see exactly what's happening. If you're undercharging and overcharging, you're going to see what your formula is doing and say, oh, I got to come and adjust this, right? If you said wholesale times 0, now you've got a problem. It's got to be at least 1, right? So this will show you exactly what's happening. Then you can come back and trace it as well.
And is that something that we could possibly hire a consultant to help us copy
Yeah.
over previous price codes?
Yeah, yeah. If
Okay.
you go to our website, you go to interested in, nope, not that. No, 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 no. I work on this every day and I can't find it.
Basically, I should send an email with a bunch of questions.
Right.
Sounds great. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a place here. Sorry. Book now, maybe?
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Awesome.
So you come here and then you go and then you pick a time. We pay for the first 2 hours to convert all your stuff. And this is with my friend Sheila. And
Mhm.
then she get on Zoom call with you, and then she'll convert. She worked for Frame Ready before, and I think she had a shop where she used Lifesaver. So she knows most of these products, and she can convert this data for us. And she's been working with us. She doesn't work for us. She's a consultant that we pay to help our customers.
Awesome.
So you just go there. I should make that more prominent. I'll move it up here somewhere.
That was great. Thank
Yep.
you.
Sure. All right. Anybody else? Okay. Looks like we answered all the questions. If anybody has any questions, they can, oh, sorry. Thank you for
Mo,
doing
I
this.
just had a quick question.
Yeah.
Will this be available? I'd like to share this with my colleague who could not.
Yeah, I remember to record it today. So yes.
Terrific.
Yeah. That's
And
it.
then is it a released product at this point?
Yeah, I've been using this in my shop since this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then finally, so I have 4 shops and
Yeah.
they each have kind of their unique identity.
Yeah.
Would I need to get a license for each location?
Well, it depends. Do they have the same pricing?
Yes.
If they're exactly the same pricing, you could use the same. You're gonna save money. But some things like, look, so we have 2 shops, right? So in settings, I give a shop nickname and I put a color code, right? So, this is New York East, it's green, and then I can say New York Uptown. Oh, there's a limit. Anyway, Uptown, just call it up. Then I can do that. You're not going to be able to do this if you don't have another account, but accounts are only $30. So $30 covers up to 5 users.
Okay.
And once you save this on all the screens, and all the printouts as well, what you're working on, right? So here it says New York Uptown, right? And if I clicked on the work order and I want to print it, I will see that. You're going to miss out on this, which for us is kind of important because I want to end up at job to the east side instead of uptown because now customer comes to pick up because I told them, and now I don't have it.
Got it. This is great. This is exactly what we're looking for.
There you go. Let's go.
Yep.
All right. So if you want to sign up, our first 30 days are free. So everybody who signs up, regardless of if they're going to stay or not, you're going to go to, where are you going to go? Oh, you're going to go here. I need somebody to fill this in. It says John Doe, manager, happy customer. You need to put somebody's name in there. We go up. Oh, we go up to pricing. Okay, I gotta log out first. Just give me a second. You go up to pricing, and you can see our pricing works. Okay, you get the first 30 days free, so that's your trial. You don't have to pay for the first 30 days if you intend to stay. So you get the first 30 days free anyway. Then it's $30 flat. We don't charge tax. Looks like I have to do about $100,000 per state to have to collect sales tax. So I don't think we're gonna hit that anytime soon, realistically at all, maybe. You set up as free. There's nothing to pay, no hidden fees, no sales tax, no contract. It includes 5 users, and if you want more users beyond the first 5, it's an additional $5. You sign this here, and then you get an account. If you are in the state of New Jersey or incorporated in the state of New Jersey, you're required to collect sales tax regardless. We will pay for your sales tax. So your bill is going to say $30 total, but it's going to be broken down to like 27 whatever plus $2 and whatever for a sales tax. So you're still going to see $30. If you have vendors that I don't have, you want to go to vendor pricing, and then you're going to help me get it from them because I email everybody I know. I don't get a response. As soon as a paying customer sends them this email, immediately they take action. And it basically says, I'm using Frame POS. They can use any format of data you send to the other big guys. And I'd like to be able to efficiently sell your product. They immediately do that. So you come in here, copy this, email it to your vendor, and I can quickly add it for you within 2 business days. Okay. If there are no more questions, I'm going to say thank you, everybody. I know this went a little too long, but hopefully it was useful.
Have a nice weekend.
You too. Thank you. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Oh, somebody asked, how do I watch later? Can you type in your email here, the frame maker? I don't know how to watch later. Maybe I have to. Actually, you know what? I'll put it on Facebook. I'll put it in the framers only. Everybody's is a part of that group, right? Yeah, I'll do that. The frame maker, I don't know what your first name is, so I cannot tell who, but just look in the framers only page and you will see it, okay? Oh, Tammy. Oh, Tammy. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Will do. Okay, sounds good. Guys, have a good one and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.